Hey, dog, you get some ice cream?
Only a spoonful.
Yo, I hit the jeweler, got some goals. I sold a little weed, but I could never sell my soul. And when I'm in LA, you find me out in Lil Toke. Come a vocal with my ramen, I'ma need another blow. Let's go.
Fant4stic is one of the worst mistakes of all time. Now, sometimes it's okay to make mistakes. We're flawed creatures and that's okay. But this movie is a special kind of mistake. One that every time I watch it, I feel nothing but pain deep inside of my empty soul. This is genuinely one of the worst movies ever made, and one that the people involved should feel nothing but pain inside for making. This film is so bad, in fact, that famous YouTuber, Film Master Adam, gave it an F out of 10.
I also need you to remember
why y'all keep on
shortly
saying the
after
iPhone
that,
better than
I made a
Android?
list of the
It's
top
just
13
as
comic book
good,
films
and
worse
it
than
has the
Batman
same
and
amount of
Robin.
problems.
Now, we could go over the on-set problems with this film, including but not limited to the director hiding himself from everybody on set, the director supposedly causing fights and chaos on set, the director supposedly letting his dogs loose and cause $100,000 worth of damage on set, the director and screenwriter fighting over what the tone should be, the studio demanding heavy reshoots and forcing the director to watch as his film is essentially mangled to death, changes to the comic book being changed at the last minute because of fan backlash, the director tweeting this and then deleting this tweet a day before the film came out. But come on now, that's no fun. You guys want to see me get mad at a movie like The Nostalgia Critic, so I'll give the people what they want. You know, it's funny, we look at a lot of Sonic fanfiction on here, but now it's time to look at a Sonic fanfiction in real life. The film opens with Reed Richards in science class, doodling in his dream journal and talking about what he wants to be in the future to all of his classmates.
When I grow up, I want to be the first person in human history to teleport himself.
I'm sorry, what?
It's already possible to transport quantum information from one location to another. Right now, there are supercomputers that can transport quantum information through space.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. This is all very interesting. But the assignment was to pick a real career in the real world.
That was a real career in the real world? I guess physicist isn't a real career then. Better dig up Stephen Hawking's corpse and tell him.
Redo the report and I'll let you try again tomorrow.
Yes, ooh, so realistic. The teacher's a jerk to the kid because the kid wants to research teleportation and quantum mechanics. Ooh, that's so realistic. And then the Thing kid sees Reed Richards' kid's notebook and it's full of emo drawings. We then transition to the Thing kid's home, where he lives in a junkyard, aka Cleveland, Ohio, while his brother abuses him, even though in the comics he's the fucking role model. You know, a year ago, Josh Trank would have had a fantastic version of this. We also learned that the Thing's famous catchphrase, "It's clobberin' time," comes directly from his abusive older brother.
Hey, clobbering time.
And he's never brought up again for the rest of the movie. A few moments later, Ben Grimm kid is sent over to do something. I don't fucking know. So Ben Grimm goes outside and sees Reed Richards hiding in a car.
I know you. From school.
I'm just looking for a power converter.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
So they take the Thing home, they do some teleportation stuff. It's kind of like Stranger Things if it were written by a monkey.
So, who else lives here?
Just my mom and stepdad.
They don't care about all this?
They don't understand it.
Have you heard of the High Elf?
Don't blow up. Don't blow up.
Wow, you sound really horrified about that. We then get a shot of all these N64s on the wall because Reed Richards is a Call of Duty gamer. And then a blackout happens and oh, it's a mysterious dust. Where'd that come from?
Where'd the rocks come from?
I don't know yet.
Reed,
What?
you're insane.
Could you not hire better fucking child actors? We then fast forward to high school, where Reed, now in high school, shows up the same teleporter to the same teacher that mocked him when he was a kid, who looks no different than he did 7 years ago. What's this guy's secret? I have to know.
I got a piece of you. Oh, nigga! Ah!
Great. Now, Ben, bring it on back. Oh, okay. If I can have your attention, please?
You're disqualified.
Wait a moment. What?
This is a science fair, not a magic competition.
So let me get this straight. You saw the blue thing and the zippity zappity thing, and you saw the plane disappear. But no, we gotta have the mean old teacher for the conflict. It's for the conflict. Not only is the mean teacher thing pretty much a cliche at this point, in this case, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. This kid, who has studied advanced quantum mechanics since he was a little kid, makes a teleporter, and oh no, he's disqualified because it's a magic show. This has to be the worst use of the mean teacher I've ever seen in my fucking life. This is an embarrassment. You couldn't even do a cliche right. The fuck's wrong with you, man? You know what though? A year ago, Josh Trank would have had a fantastic version of this movie. I assure you guys.
Hey, kid, I'm really sorry about your plane.
You're a dick.
But thankfully, Reed Richards is in luck because Nick Fury was watching him the whole time, and Nick Fury offers Reed Richards a job at the Avengers. Also, his daughter is white, so Reed goes, "I want to fuck your daughter," and Nick Fury goes, "Yeah, boy." We then transition to the city, where Reed and the Thing are embarking on their brand new job at the Buster Baxter building.
We've been expecting you. Actually, wear lab coats here.
Reed and Ben then do what everybody wanted them to do in a Fantastic Four movie. Start talking.
Reed, look at this place. You belong here. I've been here 2 minutes and I already know that.
I'm just going to school here. That's where I'm going to be working.
Now, you may have noticed that the dialogue is absolutely boring and has no actual charisma or character to it at all. This is how it is for the entire movie. Kind of ironic since the comic is built on unique characters having family drama issues. So stuff happens and Reed looks at things, and then he sees Sue Storm in the library and decides, I want to hit that. Now remember, in the comics, these two are married, so getting the chemistry down is key.
Party rockers in the house.
It's party rockers.
So let's see how this movie handles Reed and Sue Storm. Richards, I don't fucking know.
So you like music? Is that kind of like your thing?
Pattern recognition.
Pattern recognition?
Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano
Music
here.
is just a series
Hi,
of alternate
everybody.
patterns.
Anthony Daytano.
Musician creates the
Hi,
patterns.
everyone.
Musician
Young
creates
Lean
the
Rex.
patterns.
Hi, everyone. This is the worst dialogue I have ever seen in my life. Characters don't just not bounce off of each other, they actively refuse to do so. So, you guys remember True Love for 94, right? And his terrible, awfully boring Sonic X Season 4 series, where characters just stand around talking. This is the film version of that. This is the film version of a terrible Sonic fan fiction. But you know what, though? I shouldn't be too mean, because a year ago, Josh Trank had a fantastic version of this, so Sue Storm leaves because Big Chungus is here. And we then transition to more talking.
We need real-world applications.
This has real-world applications. I truly believe that there is
An entirely new universe just beyond our ability to see.
Who thought this was interesting? It's just characters in a room talking. You know, when I see a Fantastic Four movie, I expect the Fantastic Four. Not a movie where people sit around a room and go, "I assure you, sir, he had a comically large spoon. We read your papers." But preluding that, he indeed remarked only a spoonful. Our resources will be plentiful when we use Funniest Vine Compilation 2013 as our power source. I guess somebody on set never heard of Show Don't Tell.
Wait, what is this? Victor Von Doom is on here.
So long story short, I trust Victor Von Doom even though he's a criminal. You can't hire Victor Von Doom, he's a criminal. And then they hire him anyways. So Nick Fury goes to Dr. Doom's place and Dr. Doom is playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But he's playing it with his eyes, he's a real gamer. And then the two of them start talking and it's very interesting, I assure you.
I told you I'm done working for you and your employers.
They're not my employers.
Can't do a thing without.
All right. Here's the rundown of the scene. I'm Morgan Freeman, and I want you to work for me. I'm not working for you. I'm emo, and I hate you. Come on, you want to work for me? Nah, you're dumb and smelly. I don't want to work for you. Alrighty, then I will walk to the door before you tell me you want to work for me. Wait a minute.
Sue gonna be there?
You want to have sex with my daughter? Deal.
Yes, Victor, she'll be there.
So we get to the superhero science factory, and it's big and massive, and there's immediately more talking. Why?
Amazing you didn't black out the entire Western Hemisphere.
Oh, please, please, tell me more about the entire Western Hemisphere. Please, I'm begging you.
You would have created a runaway reaction that opened a black hole and swallowed the entire planet.
Well, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Whoa there, movie. You almost got interesting for a minute. You might want to take it down a notch or two. And then Dr. Doom walks into the movie, and he's all like,
Rudimentary, elementary. This is basically a child's drawing.
Then Reed and Sue walk in, and another action-packed talking scene happens.
Well, it's great to meet you.
People running the earth are the same ones running it into the ground, so maybe it deserves what it's got coming to it.
Dr. Doom over here.
So they talk for like 15 fucking years, and then Morgan Freeman calls his son Michael B. Jordan, which I want to bring this up. So Johnny Storm and Sue Storm are brother and sister, right? So they recast Franklin Storm, their dad, as a black man, and they recast Johnny Storm as Michael B. Jordan, who is black. I know, very shocking. So you would think for Sue Storm they would cast, you know, like a black actress or something, but no, they cast a white woman as Sue Storm. Aren't these characters twins?
Hey, dog, get some ice cream?
But actually, film theory, Sue Storm is adopted. MadPat here, Pickle Rick real life. Michael B. Jordan then does some street racing and then dies. And then his dad is all like, son, I can't believe you. You're doing this to me. Dad, fuck you. I hate you. I'm Michael B. Jordan.
Well, you're not getting the car back.
Excuse me?
You want it back, you're gonna have to earn it. You're gonna have to come work for me.
So now Michael B. Jordan is working for his dad, and more talking ensues.
He can build anything.
With a broken arm.
What exactly happened?
Gaming.
So they get to work on their machine, and Johnny's arm is now miraculously healed. And at long last, Reed Richards' gaming PC is finally built. This calls for celebration. Another charisma-devoid talking scene.
Seth must have been cool with Dr. Storm as your dad.
Yeah.
Did he adopt you?
Alrighty, boys. Game theory confirmed. We're out of here.
Where were you born?
Kosovo.
Kosovo, these nuts. And then more talking happens, and then the random chimp event, and then everything is perfectly a-go.
You all deserve an enormous pat on the back. I think it's time to start coordinating with our friends at NASA.
What?
So these guys are mad because they can't go on the dimensional shuttle thingy, even though stuff like this is very common. Look at the moon landing. So this specific conflict of these guys being mad at the big businessmen is completely contrived. You know, a year ago, Josh Trank would have had a fantastic...
Oh, hey, thank you.
So out of this anger, Dr. Doom offers the crew some alcohol. This leads to the hysterical drinking scene where characters sit around talking again.
You guys know who built the Apollo spacecraft?
You know, when I watch a superhero movie, I want to watch superheroes, not people sitting in a room and just fucking talking the whole time.
Your mama.
Yo, mama! So Dr. Doom's all like, I want to go on the gaming PC. So Reed Richards hits up Ben Grimm. And then Disney Plus logo because my internet went out. And everybody suits up and gets ready for a brand new adventure. No women though, because the women don't get rights. They then arrive on the strange new planet. Or dimension, I don't know, I really don't care enough to know. But then they look out in the distance and see Monster Energy. And everyone's pretty thirsty, so they're gonna get a sip of that monster. But then they realize, wait a minute, this is Monster Max. So it's too powerful for them and it explodes. And then the entire alien planet starts jizzing out monster everywhere. And then Victor dies through the monster energy. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. 2020 taking another life, bro. And then this guy gets stoned, literally. And then monster energy catches this guy on fire. And then they come back home and Sue Storm dies. By the way, yeah, Sue Storm was here. But yeah, she dies. Reed then wakes up in the middle of the white phosphorus scene from Spec Ops: The Line. Then he passes out. Then he wakes up again, this time in the Area 57. And now he's all stretched out because he's Mr. Fantastic. And this part, to the film's credit, is kind of creepy and kind of intense and a little bit interesting. And 45 minutes into the movie. So what better way to follow this part up than with another talking scene?
I already told you.
Okay, don't care. Sue Storm's invisible, Johnny Storm's on fire. Dad? Reed then escapes, and then he sees the thing, and he's all rocks. And now, for some reason, Area 57 goes from a green
green hellscape to Shadow Moses from Metal Gear Solid 1.
Behind D.
And then there's a talking scene, and then there's a thing scene, but it's also a talking scene. And then 1 year later, there's another talking scene. But this time, you watch the Fantastic Four doing things from a distance. Oh boy, if I squint hard enough, I can pretend like this is actually a Fantastic Four movie. And then Johnny Storm and Sue Storm are finally together in their superhero outfits. And guess what they do? Take a wild guess of what they do in this movie. They talk.
They're not powers. They're aggressively abnormal physical conditions.
Wow, you sound like you're fun at parties.
We could be talking years.
Oh, no thank you. We had enough talking, please.
Stan, you ready?
Yes, we are.
Flame on.
Oh, guys, he said the thingy. He said the thingy. And then there's more talking and more talking and more talking. And none of it is interesting in the slightest because no character has any actual personality or charisma. This movie is actual dog shit, and I mean that. We then cut to Breaking Bad, where a Mexican man buys a thing, and using the power of 2004 video game CGI, turns back into Reed Richards. But then, the military's found him. So there's finally an action scene with 2007 green screen effects. And let me tell ya, this is one of the best action scenes of 2001. And then the thing arrives. And you think that there's gonna be like a big fight scene between like Reed and Ben, and it's gonna be like epic. Yep. That's it. The fight between Reed and Ben is 20 seconds long. They fucked up the fight scene in a big budgeted Hollywood superhero movie. And guess what it's followed by? A talking scene. Another boring, bland, pointless, exposition-filled talking scene. But don't worry, guys. A year ago, So Ben and Reed talk about jack shit, and then whatever. And then there's a talking scene. These guys are married, by the way.
Do you ever wonder what life would have been like if you hadn't come to the signs for everything?
They then return to the other dimension. I don't know why, I wasn't paying attention. Only to find Master Chief in Smash Brothers? Nah, it's actually C-3PO. No, it's Dr. Doom. I would never lie to you guys. I'm just kidding around here. So Victor then starts talking, completely out of character from what we were shown earlier.
You want to know how I survived? That place kept me alive, gave me strength.
And endless monster energy. So Victor's evil now for some contrived reason. And then he kills everybody. Then he kills this guy. And then the Battlefield 4. Then he starts killing people in a scene that, I will admit, is really cool. The pacing, the lighting, the explosion effects, the fact that it's almost all one shot. It's a really intense scene and really effective. It's just a shame that it's insanely comic book inaccurate. And then Dr. Doom kills Morgan Freeman. And Sue and Johnny are all like, oh no, Dad. And then Reed and Ben appear. And then Dr. Doom goes to the other dimension for some reason. I don't know why.
Overloading the system to create a runaway reaction. It's not gonna stop. It'll create a black hole that'll swallow the Earth.
So Victor is doing that. And then giant laser in the sky. Never seen that one in a superhero movie before.
Pulling everything into the other dimension.
Even though his evil plan is to, I guess, take power away from the bad people.
That place gave me strength, power. The kind men like you must never possess.
So what's the purpose of the sky beam thingy and pulling our dimension into the other dimension? I mean, you've already killed the powerful guy. You've pretty much, like, already won. So then the Fant4stic slide away into the ultralight beam. And then the movie's all like... And finally, the Fant4stic are doing superhero things. And I thought we'd never get to it. And so, as a newly formed superhero team, first things first. Talk.
We need to stop Victor. He's the source.
Yeah, no shit. And then there's an outside scene. Nobody cares. Then Reed tries talking to Victor.
Victor, don't do this.
There is no Victor. There is only Doom.
Doesn't work.
Bruh. I saw a different future for us, Susan.
A future that was referenced in 2 scenes. And then Reed does this thing. And then the Fant4stic talk together and they go, hey, we actually have to do something in this movie.
Look, this place gave him his powers, but it gave us all of ours too.
And then there's an epic fight scene. Reed punches Doom and then the Thing punches Doom.
It's clobbering time!
And then Dr. Doom dies, like he actually dies. The Fantastic Four actually kill him. And then they escape Monster Energy Island and yeah, they're all safe.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it.
And what better way to follow up this action-packed finale than with another talking scene?
If we're all in agreement.
We're not.
Excuse me?
Blah, blah, blah. I am Iron Man. And who fucking cares? And then there's some stairs, and then finally they get the Batcave.
Thick.
And for some reason, at the very last minute, the writing gets better.
How about the big brain and his neurons?
How about the big brain and her neurons?
Compared to the rest of the movie, I mean. And then the movie ends with the best line in all of cinematic history.
It's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is. Guys, I got it. Ready?
Fantastic Four? More like Fantastic Fail. More like Fantastic fucking piece of dog shit. Talk about a fucking garbage movie. The characters are bland and boring. The plot is nonsensical, and there is so much talking. But Donsville, there's nothing wrong with a talking scene. This movie's just too smart for you. It's too intellectual for you. No, it's not, Rick and Morty fan 29. You know what happens in these talking scenes? Nothing. Literally nothing happens. Characters just meander about nothing for like 2 hours and the movie ends. As a superhero movie, this movie fails. As a movie, this movie fails. In conclusion, this movie sucks. There, the end. I'm the nostalgia critic. But you know what doesn't suck though? The fact that a year ago, Josh Trank would have had a fantastic
This Friday night, it's just server in my brain. I know this my fucking time.